On our planet, two great powers shape the 21st century. In the East, China rises an ancient civilization reborn, building cities overnight and sending ships worldwide. Its centralized will reshapes global foundations, its ambition felt everywhere. In the West, the European Union stands not a single nation, but a family united by cooperation and shared values. Its influence is quieter, setting global standards for trade, privacy and the environment. These two entities, so different, now dominate our era. One is a dragon, powerful and direct, the other a phoenix, reborn and united. They compete for influence, resources and the right to shape the future. Their relationship is a dance of cooperation and rivalry. The world watches as their stories unfold. In 2025, which wields more power, the swift, unified state or the resilient collective union? The answer isn't simple. We must look beyond headlines, exploring their economies, politics, technology and culture. Only then can we grasp the true nature of their influence. The economic might of China and the EU drives their global influence. China's rapid growth has made it the world's factory, producing everything from smartphones to solar panels. Its GDP reflects the industry of over 1 billion people. The EU as a bloc matches China's economic scale but excels in services, banking, technology, luxury goods and pharmaceuticals. China leans on manufacturing and infrastructure. The EU thrives on research, innovation and a vast single market. China's journey is one of rapid catch-up, lifting millions from poverty. The EU's path is steady, focusing on stability, green transitions and digital sovereignty. One prioritizes speed and scale, the other resilience and regulation. Both have created immense wealth, but their philosophies shape the global economy in distinct ways. Their economic rivalry is a contest of ambition versus sustainability. The world's prosperity is shaped by their choices. Political power takes different forms in China and the EU. China's centralized system enables swift, decisive action. Policies from Beijing ripple instantly nationwide. This unity gives China an edge in negotiations and long-term projects. The EU, a union of 27 nations, relies on negotiation and compromise. Consensus is slow, but when achieved, it carries the weight of 450 million people. China's Belt and Road Initiative exemplifies top-down ambition, building global infrastructure. The EU's Global Gateway emphasizes sustainability and democratic values. China prefers bilateral deals, leveraging its size. The EU champions multilateralism, building coalitions and setting global rules. One plays chess with bold moves, the other patiently builds alliances and writes the rules. Their contrasting styles define global diplomacy. The world is shaped by China's decisiveness and the EU's collective legitimacy. Each model has strengths and weaknesses. Their political rivalry is a test of unity versus consensus. Military power reveals a classic contrast: concentrated force versus collective alliance. China's People's Liberation Army is the world's largest, modernizing rapidly with advanced technology and global reach. The EU lacks a unified army. Its strength lies in the combined forces of member states and the NATO alliance. NATO's collective defense guarantees European security, deterring adversaries with combined might. China's military is direct and growing. The EU's is indirect, relying on alliances. The question, can an alliance react as swiftly as a single command? China asserts sovereignty. The EU depends on partnership. Both models deter threats, but their effectiveness will be tested in future crises. The balance of military power remains uncertain. The race for technological supremacy will define the future. China excels at scaling and deploying new tech, 5G, e-commerce and digital payments, supported by a vast market and state backing. The EU leads in deep tech and fundamental research, quantum computing, biotech and green technology. China's adaptive innovation improves and mass-produces existing tech. The EU focuses on disruptive breakthroughs. China's digital ecosystem is self-contained, fostering domestic champions. The EU is the world's top tech regulator, shaping global rules on privacy and AI. One builds technology, the other writes the rulebook. Their approaches diverge, speed and scale versus precision and regulation. The outcome will shape global standards and industries. The world watches as they compete to define the digital age. Innovation is their new battleground. The winner will set the pace for the century. Power is also about attraction, soft power. The EU's cultural influence is deep art, music, fashion, and values like democracy and human rights. Its cities and universities draw millions, spreading European ideals worldwide. China's ancient culture is profound, but its modern soft power is still growing. Confucius institutes and global media aim to boost China's image, but state control limits appeal. China's influence often relies on economic might more than cultural attraction. The EU's soft power is amplified by its political values and global aid. Its model inspires and attracts, building lasting alliances. China's soft power is rising, but the EU's remains broader and more enduring. The contest for hearts and minds continues. China and the EU project influence through distinct global strategies. China's tool is investment, building infrastructure worldwide, creating economic dependencies and securing resources. The Belt and Road Initiative weaves a web of relationships centered on Beijing. The EU uses diplomacy, trade and development aid, promoting governance, education and standards. The Brussels effect exports EU regulations globally. China's approach is transactional, offering loans and projects with few strings, appealing to many in the global south. The EU's approach is ideological, building partnerships on shared values, supporting civil society and championing rules-based order. China seeks quick alliances. The EU builds deeper, more resilient ties. Their rivalry is a contest between economic leverage and normative influence. Each vision shapes the global order in its own way. The world is caught between two models of partnership. The outcome will define international relations for decades. After this journey, what's the verdict? China's power is speed, scale and focus, miraculous growth, rapid modernization and assertive action. The EU's power is collective, vast markets, global regulation and enduring soft power. China's system is efficient but can be brittle. The EU's is resilient but sometimes slow. China's assertiveness breeds mistrust. The EU's unity is often tested by internal divisions. Power isn't just about armies or GDP, it's about shaping the future. China builds the world it wants. The EU writes the rules others follow. One is a builder, the other an architect. Their strengths and weaknesses are two sides of the same coin. Both are titans, defining the great power competition of our age. The world's future will be shaped by their rivalry and cooperation. The choice between command and consensus will echo for generations. The contest is far from over. We've explored the landscapes of power. Economies, politics, militaries and cultures. China moves with speed and purpose, reshaping the world through action. The EU shapes the global environment through rules, standards and values. Each offers a model, rapid development or stable cooperation. The final question is yours. Where does the greater power lie in 2025? Is it in the centralized force of the East or the collective will of the West? The answer will influence our choices and the world we create. The Titans have shown their strength. Now the world must decide which path to follow.